Hello, hello, and welcome to the start of something new once again. This is Minecraft, obviously, but I'm going to be doing another Vechs map. This is his newest map, or his newest map of this nature, anyway. I don't know if it's his newest overall. This is the Spellbound Caves, the Super Hostile series. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I have done the Sunburn Islands, which I had a great time doing. And so I figured I would step it up and do one of his maps that's supposed to be a little bit more difficult. For those of you who don't know, the way his maps work are you find and complete this victory monument, which essentially you need to find one of every color of wool, as well as a couple other blocks. Use at least easy, never peaceful. As always, we're on normal. Do not leave the map boundaries. That's going to be fairly difficult to do anyway, so find wool in chests. So basically you're not allowed to, get a sheep and shear it and dye the wool. You can survive in any way you think of, meaning I can break blocks. For instance, I want this glowstone. I'm taking it. Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. You may craft the metal blocks for the victory monument, and spider string can be used for non-victory monument purposes, such as beds, bows, etc. Anyways, I have a confession to make. I have, in fact, seen the beginning of this map. I watched Vechs himself play part of it on his developer commentary video. But I only watched one episode of that, so I know, for instance, that the first dungeon is over here, and the Victory Monument is up there, and that's about it. I haven't seen any further than that. I've been planning to do this map for a while, but part of what has sort of spurred me into doing it is that Etho recently started a Let's Play of this series with BOO, I think. And I want to watch that series, however, I don't want to watch it and have the map spoiled for me, so I'm going to try and play this map so that maybe I can catch some of the later episodes. Yeah. So I'm just going to continue looking around here, make sure I'm not missing anything. There are many areas and environments on this map. That way is north. I don't know if that's important or not. So I'm not going to head in there just yet. I want to secure myself a little bit more. Got some wood over here. And with any luck, I'll get some seeds from this. Yep. Now, Sunburn Islands was pretty merciful for the most part. Again, if you watched my series, or if you've played the map, or seen anybody else play it, you know there are a few dungeons in it that are pretty difficult. The Nether dungeon is pretty ridiculous. The Obsidian Spires, I think they were called, those were pretty hard. And there's one other dungeon. Hidden Sand was pretty difficult. So there are a few dungeons in that are pretty hard, but for the most part they were fairly easy. Not so in Vechs's other maps, as far as I've heard and seen. So I'm going to be acting a little bit more careful, or a little bit more carefully this time through. I am going to be keeping a death count, and I would like to keep that death count as low as possible. Hopefully this will work out for me. Fingers crossed, I guess. Alright, so first off, let's see. Let's go with that. Oops, I didn't mean to make 2 pickaxes. Oh well, no biggie. Good, good. This wooden sword is going to break very, very quickly, so I'd like to have a replacement at the ready. And right off the bat, I am going to start growing myself some crops. Also, right off the bat, I'm going to want to light this. not only will the crops continue to grow at night, but I will be relatively more safe than I would otherwise be were it not lighted. Sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and head into that first dungeon. Hopefully we won't get horribly murdered. Also, this lighting here is not even close to sufficient to actually prevent the monsters from spawning once it turns night. So I'm going to want to try and get in here as quickly as possible. It seems I'm in luck as far as the spawning so far. We got skeletons. I'm sort of interested to see what these maps are like now that more advanced AI is being implemented. For instance, the zombie pathfinding. It's probably going to make these maps quite a bit more difficult. For whatever reason, that skeleton doesn't seem to be interested. Well, things are working out for me so far. And as soon as I say that, in comes the creeper. Of course, I'm not at all surprised by that. So one thing I learned from my time playing the Sunburned Islands... Oh dear, I don't have any food, do I? Oh, I do. Perfect. No, I don't want to die quite yet. Okay, so one thing I learned from playing the Sunburned Islands... That skeleton just follow me out here? Okay. Anyway, what I learned was that glowstone is very, very, very effective. Much more effective than torch light, because you can actually block the enemies at the same time that you are lighting the area. So I'm going to try and make more use of glowstone this time through. Obviously, for the most part, it's going to be a little bit harder to get than torches, but that depends on how nice Vechs is with his map design. You know, a lot of times I think he gives areas that have quite a bit of glowstone. I'm noticing that the skeleton is trying to avoid the sunlight. That was something that was new in this snapshot release. Let's see if I can get in here and kill him. And I'm out of food already. Not such a good thing. Boy. Okay, I thought I heard 2 shots. Well, this is going to be somewhat interesting. Granted, I could always wait until my crops grow, but that doesn't seem like a particularly attractive option. Well, he's not doing a very good job of avoiding the sunlight. I spoke too soon. Okay, well, what I'm going to go do is look for a zombie that I can kill, and hopefully get some rotten flesh, because I need food. Spider would also be good, because I also need a bow. So the question is, do zombies try to avoid sunlight? My gut instinct would be to say no, because they're zombies. And zombies are not very smart. But who knows? And of course, the longer I wait out here, the more screwed I'm going to become when it turns nighttime. Fortunately, I do have some bones now, so we're going to make the most of this time and go gather some crops. That'll at least bring me back up to full food. What am I doing here? How many seeds do I have? 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And at this point, I can craft a little bit of bread. And it's turning nighttime. It still wasn't quite enough to get me up to full. Although I seem to be recovering health anyway. Not quite sure why that is. I am playing on normal, so it's not because I'm on peaceful. I was under the impression this entire time that I've been playing Minecraft that you would only recover health if you had less than 1 hunger icon gone. So that's kind of strange to me. Not that I'm complaining right now, because otherwise I'd probably be dead. I'm thinking that this is probably something that was added in the latest snapshot release, because I've never seen this before. Okay, I'm going to want to switch to that. Fortunately, I managed to stall the spawning in here, which was in fact my main goal. And I've already narrowly avoided death, so right on. Yeah, I figured there'd be something down there. Alright, well that should at least be well lit enough for enemies not to spawn. What do we got in here? Wood, diamond chestplate, saplings, and seeds. And ladders. And coal. And sand. Alright, we're set. So let's go ahead and equip that. Get us another workbench in here. Make myself a bow. Bunch of torches. Right on. And looks like we got potions in here. I'm not going to bother with any of those just yet, since I should be able to make it through here without too many problems. Oh dear. Oh, well. No harm done. Nobody should be able to get over that. Ah. Okay. That's not good. Alright, let's get some light in here. Okay. I did just see a chest over here. Dawnbringer, Paladin's Blade. Smite 3, looting 1. Don't mind if I do. Should make getting through here relatively simple. Unless that happens. Okay, tactical retreat. Yep, the skeletons have pathfinding now. And I know they're supposed to try to avoid sunlight, but it seems like they're trying to avoid glowstone as well. Not that I'm really complaining. I mean, it is helping me right now. Just seems a little bit odd. Okay, let's get some more torches down here. Should slow down the spawning a little bit. And yes, we do have monster spawners down here. Of course we have monster spawners down here. Yeah, I'm definitely still recovering health. Even though I have a hunger gone. Let's see. Oh no. With 2 hunger icons gone, though, I'm not recovering health. So, Fortunately, I've got plenty of tasty, rotten zombie flesh to feast on. And I'm going to be saving these spawners because I can come back to them for experience. Because there was, as you may have noticed, an enchantment table back there. Just going to go ahead and light all this so nobody else can spawn. I think that should be good. Let's put one right here. And this should be our first wall. Yep. Very cool, very cool. Of course, we don't have access to the Victory Monument yet. These are obviously empty because when I stepped on them, nothing came out. So there's dungeon number 1. Not too many problems. We seem to be relatively okay. Now, one thing I did remember from... I thought I just saw a zombie. One thing I did remember from watching Vechs developer commentary is that there are silverfish spawners in here. And I thought these were silverfish as well. But they didn't seem to want to come out, so whatever. Okay, so let's throw an enchantment on our bow, I guess. Power 1. Good, good. And now what I'm going to sort of do is make this area into a temporary base so that I have some sort of area to retreat to. Oh dear. Wow. Everybody's out to get me. How did you get in here? Well, the reason that I want to make this into a base should be readily apparent. But I wasn't expecting this. Okay, we'll just leave that be for now, I think. I'm gonna go throw some stuff into that chest over there. Yeah, that'll do for now. Spider eyes are actually a pretty decent source of food. Although they do end up poisoning you. Actually, let me rephrase that. They're a pretty good source of food when you have a reasonable amount of health. So for me to use them right there wasn't exactly the smartest idea. but no harm done. Actually, if I'm attacking these non-undead enemies, I should just be using my regular sword. And goodness, I can just hear them coming after me. I think I'm going to make a run for it. Wow. I mean, just wow. Fortunately, the spiders seem to still have that glitch where they won't attack you when they come out in the sunlight. Okay, it's daytime, and we're going to go ahead and plant some more crops, even though I stupidly deposited all of my dirt. Fortunately, there's plenty more over here, so no worries. I would really just be ecstatic if I could get through this without dying, but we all know that's not going to happen. Seeds, seeds, seeds. There we go. We get the bone meal. And this should be a relatively effective manner of gathering food. In fact, let's use all of it. Not only that, I will be gathering more seeds as I use more bone meal, which in turn will mean that I can plant even more. And it will sort of become more effective as I go. I'm sure this is going to be the most riveting portion of the video, but this is important. And it's not going to take me long enough that I need to really stop recording. Or, you know what, I actually think that we've done the first dungeon, so I think I might actually call the video here. Again, I've sort of learned my lesson about letting my videos run too long. So I think we are actually going to we're going to stop here. Like I said, I've done the first dungeon. And that's not bad. So next time, probably what we'll end up doing is going and looking for the Victory Monument, which again I know is up in that direction. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. If not, my condolences. I don't know. If not, hopefully you will stick around and maybe it'll get more interesting next time. Anyways, until next video, I will see you guys later.